If you could fight anybody in the UFC, who would you choose?
I mean, I've said it before, the only fight that will break the record of me and Mike Tyson is me versus Conor. So we're going to see that happen.
We need that. We need that.
Jake Paul's much bigger, but Conor McGregor's skill level is just way up there. Conor McGregor could walk around at 190.
So he's almost a heavyweight.
He can. You know what's a real weapon is if I could tell you what I'm going to hit you with and then hit you with it. With Conor's left, is there somebody he's not going to catch with that? Even though the size difference is pretty tremendous. You know, there's a certain point where the weights are getting similar. Then the big guys, it's a big-ass target that you can't miss. If he's only boxing, Conor McGregor, there's things that he does that are way superior than most of the MMA fighters that he's fighting. His footwork is unusual. So Jake will have a hell of a hard time, especially when somebody like Conor, I know Jake can hit hard, but I don't think he's hitting Conor clean. And I don't think Conor can miss him. I don't see Jake having superior defensive skill. And Conor's faster. His left hand is a weapon. Conor's movement is extraordinary.
Yo, he's sick.
I was with my brother Jake Paul and Conor McGregor, and then they stuck us on a bus. He said he's gonna like slap me, Jake, and KSI.
Here's the deal, he's like, I'm gonna slap the head off the Filios and KSI.
And then you can see me and Jake like belly laugh. Like we're
Jake Paul calling out Conor after surviving Anthony Joshua isn't confidence. It's escalation bordering on delusion. Once you felt real heavyweight power and walked away fractured, the mind starts doing dangerous things to protect the ego. Suddenly, Conor McGregor looks like a reset button instead of another loaded gun. But here's what nobody wants to say out loud. Conor isn't a rehab fight. He's chaos, timing angles, and pure spite. And if Jake thought Joshua was pressure, wait until a smaller man who doesn't respect him starts breaking rhythm and pulling him into moments he can't clinch his way out of. That call-out doesn't signal ambition. It signals panic disguised as bravado, a rush to create a new narrative before the old one fully collapses. And trust me, if that fight ever gets close to real, someone is going to get hurt in a way cameras won't be able to soften.
Look, that guy did great for someone who's been boxing for like less than a decade. He has had no real professional opponents other than Tommy Fury that were legitimate world-class boxers.
I don't even remember when toughness became the shield. Courage became the currency. And that's fine until it's used to dodge reality. Toughness didn't control that fight. It only delayed the ending. At heavyweight, delaying the ending is how careers disappear. If anyone thinks this was some kind of moral victory, they're ignoring how fast belief collapses when fatigue sets in. And that collapse was visible. Painfully visible.
Joshua.
Boy. Well, realistically, it's one of the craziest propositions of all time. You take a guy who...
Joshua explained it calmly afterward. Maybe too calmly. He said he didn't chase, that patience mattered. That movement changes everything. People heard excuses. But what they were really hearing was a man who never felt threatened. And that scares them, because it doesn't match the chaos they wanted. So here's a thought nobody wants to sit with. What if the fight went exactly how Joshua planned, and the chaos came later for a completely different reason?
Right? Just the fact that he's willing to fight the two-time heavyweight champion, former Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
A guy who's gigantic in his prime, built like a Greek god.
Yeah.
And you're going to stand, and he's a one-punch killer. And you're going to stand in front of that guy. And he avoided shots till the 6th round. He just started getting tired.
Yeah, his movement in that fight was crazy.
While everyone argued online, the alleged arrest story kept breathing, resurfacing, mutating, growing. Every hour without clarity made it worse. Was it an altercation? A misunderstanding? Something tied to the fight, the crowd, the aftermath? Nobody knows. And that uncertainty became its own weapon, dragging the spotlight away from the ring and into something much uglier. And yeah, it feels like someone, somewhere, is hoping people stop asking questions.
Initially watched the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight. I think I would say that my conclusions now still match most of what I said when I was watching on the initial broadcast, which is that Joshua, he did look a little rusty to me, I'm sorry, but he did. That Jake is, you know, probably a little bit better, then we suggest that he might be, when I say we, I mean like the hardcore fight community, the fight fans, the people who work in the industry to a degree. Sometimes there is a suggestion that he can't do anything.
The insults flew both ways. Embarrassing for lasting too long. Embarrassing for surviving. And the truth sat right in the middle like a landmine. Money skipped steps. Belief skipped seasoning. Reality collected interest. When spectacle collide with system, this is what happens. Violent clarity. No script. No safety net. And the worst part? Everyone saw it coming, then acted shocked when it arrived.
Take a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're going to fight one of the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division. Maybe we should watch the Francis Ngannou fight so you could see. Let's watch that real quick.
Jake leaves injured but validated by his supporters. Joshua leaves criticized but victorious. And the sport is left cleaning up another mess where hype and history collided too hard. Rogan's reaction mattered because he didn't let courage rewrite consequence. He didn't let rumors erase results. But he also didn't pretend this was normal. And trust me, when veterans stop calling things normal, that's when the ground starts shifting under everyone.
And I don't really co-sign on some of that. He's got some ability. He's not good. Listen to me very carefully. He's not good. But is he the caricature that he is sometimes made out to be in terms of his pure boxing skill? I think it goes a little overboard sometimes. But that isn't the reason why I wanted to make this video. What I wanted to make this video about is two things. One, after the fight was over, I got on social media and people were like hugely negative about the fight. And I did not think that the fight was good. In fact,
this didn't end anything. That's the lie being sold right now. It cracked something open. Questions about Joshua's future got louder. Questions about Jake's ceiling got sharper. And the alleged arrest hangs are like unfinished business, unresolved, uncomfortable. Boxing doesn't forget moments like this. It stores them. And one day, they resurface when nobody's ready. Something feels off. Something doesn't line up. And you can feel it.
Past weekend, you know, me and Shady are big boxing fans. There was a huge fight in the boxing world as Anthony Joshua took on Jake Paul. It actually happened. He actually went in there. He actually fought. I couldn't believe it either, to be honest with you. He actually fought Jake Paul. No, I mean,
it's a bit of an overstatement.
It is an overstatement. I wouldn't say it's an overstatement, but look, right here, you see Jake Paul ended up losing the fight by stoppage, got hit with a right hand, said wow when he hit the floor. It was revealed that he actually broke his jaw on both sides.
So don't relax. Don't move on. Don't let the next headline distract you. This story is still breathing, still shifting, still dangerous. Whether it's the rumors, the reactions, or what hasn't been said yet, something is waiting to break. And when it does, it won't just hit one name. It'll shake the entire structure. If you think this was the explosion, you're not paying attention. This was just a pressure test.
Shocked the world, he's gonna knock Anthony Joshua out. Anthony Joshua, he does have a suspect chin, Ocho, but he is an Olympic champion. He's 6'6", 243 pounds, and I guess they say he's over the hill, but he looked in peak condition. And he can't, look, I thought he could have ended the fight a lot earlier, but look, let's give him something to hold it, to sink the teeth into, Ocho. Anthony Joshua defeated Jake Paul in the 6th round of the heavyweight fight in Miami. This bout sparked widespread debate.
It ends with handcuffs and a broken jaw. And that's the part nobody was ready for. That's the part they're trying to bury. We're supposed to move on like a heavyweight champion, then walk out while whispers of an arrest detonated across the internet. No, rewind it. This didn't start with chaos. It started with control. And somehow, control turned into something so toxic it could poison a division for months, maybe years. And if you blink, you'll miss who's really getting exposed.
That's what it proved. I saw one of Shady's tweets. Please pull it up. It'll be easy to find. And I vehemently disagreed with it. I need y'all to see this one. That wasn't a fight. It wasn't a fight. No. Jake Paul was clutching at his leg like my niece will when I see her on Christmas. Hey, good to see you. Like, Jake Paul was clutching at Anthony Joshua's leg. That wasn't a fight. Like, that wasn't a fight. That was a entertainment spectacle. But like,
this was supposed to be the clean ending. Bell rings. Joshua drops him. Crowd erupts. Legacy restored. Circus over. Go home. But that's not what happened. Hours later, the knockout didn't matter. The punch didn't matter. The injury didn't matter. Everyone started asking the same quiet question out loud. What happened after the camera stopped? And why is nobody denying it fast enough? Why does the silence feel heavier than any right hand Joshua threw?
We really need to talk about this one, man. Like, everybody in the world knew that Paul wasn't being Anthony Joshua, bro. We knew it. Only thing I could do is I could give a clap to Paul for getting in the ring. Dog, you got your jaw broken, dog. You out here, you're tackling the dude by the waist. This dude's been boxing since he was like 7 years old. Like, I get it. I think, Paul, you should go back and do your amateur shit. You have like 50 fights.
Joe Rogan didn't scream. He didn't mock it. He didn't dismiss it. And that's what scared me. When Rogan goes calm, it's not comfort. It's a warning. He zoomed out, and suddenly this wasn't about boxing skill or YouTube hype anymore. It was about pressure cookers exploding. Egos colliding with real violence, money, and cameras all at once. You could feel it. This can't be real. Because when even Rogan sounds cautious, someone somewhere is hiding something big.